Hello, everybody. It's me. It is absolutely me. It's Rachel, Ray, Ro, or whatever the heck any of you call me, because I have way too many people calling me way too many things. But anyway, we're back playing Seduce Me. Oh, and it's not even a day later. So, where we left off, I was picking a husbando, and I think it's very, obvious that I'm going with the little, what is it? Megan A boy. Yeah. Going with Jamesy. In the garden. James and I headed out to the garden. It had been years since I had been in the small field. The gazebo was smaller than I remembered, but I had grown since I had last seen it. I said click. James rolled up his sleeves and took in a breath of air before sighing contently.
So, we need to cater to the plants and make sure there are no muddy spots in the grass. It may take a while. Are you sure you wish to help me and not the others?
I shook my head, rolling up my sleeves as well. I can handle it. I'd rather work outside anyway. James nodded with a smile before handing me a watering can, gesturing to a group of flowers by the side of the yard. I walked over and began to water the flowers. However, as silence took control of the air, I felt the need to start a conversation. So am I going to ask him a question? Or am I not going to say anything? Well, I'm assuming I should get to know him if I'm going to make him my top husbando, so let's do it. So, do you like flowers? I wanted to smack myself. That was a terrible conversation starter. I mentally smacked myself before hearing James chuckle softly. I turned to look at him as he nodded.
They have a wonderful aesthetic. Many people would think that flowers are simple and rather boring, but I've learned secrets about flowers.
Oh? Secrets? About flowers? What, like a special way to water them or something? I don't know, maybe he's talking about playing Undertale, who knows?
You could say that. There are right and wrong ways to water flowers.
Oh? Can you show me? I just want this to be like that stupid thing where it's like a guy's trying to teach a girl to golf. He's like, yeah, no, come here, babe. And he comes up behind her, clearly, she knows how to water things. She knows how to golf. And he knows how to water things, and he knows how to golf. And they know that they both know, but they're doing it just to be yeah. James gave a small smirk before walking over and standing behind me. Bingo! I instantly blushed as he brought his arms underneath mine, guiding my watering can. The water gently poured over the dirt, sinking into it and dissolving into the roots. However, my concentration on the water was broken by the sound of James' voice in my ear.
Flowers need to be cared for gently, like a fragile light. Too much power and they'll break, but too little and they'll wither and fade away. It's like caring for a pet or a loved one.
No one man should have all that power. A loved one. For some reason, those 3 words echoed in my head. James continued to guide my watering can, using a gentle hand to lead my arms and body. It was almost like a dance. Eventually, he let go and stepped away from me. I turned to him as he simply smiled at me before returning to his work. I felt my face with my hand, feeling the extreme warmth before shaking my head and continuing to water the remaining plants. The hour of the house party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party, knowing my dad, he invited his business partners and the executives of the Anderson Company to show me off. I stood in front of my mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It was just a housewarming party, but at the same time, it wasn't. It was my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a chance for me to see my parents, for me to see my parents as a woman. Oh, that sounded weird. It was my test to see if I was ready to live on my own. Well, not truly alone. I had the incubi to thank, but even so, I didn't have my dad guiding me or my mom helping me through living alone. A knock on my door broke my thoughts, surprising me. Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents will be here soon.
Naomi.
So you should hurry getting ready.
I love her. Well, I'm ready, but...
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
Alright. Damn! That's a cute dress. They're all cute. She's cute. She's cute. She's so stylish. Oh my god. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, I watched Naomi and Suzu's faces turn from smiles to complete awestruck stares. What?
Dude, you look hot.
I know, man.
Yeah, you look amazing. Where did you get that dress?
Amazon.com. I've had it for a while. I just never had the chance to wear it. I figured I might as well bring it out now. Ooh. Damn, the boys clean up. I feel like I'm in the host club right now, Sorry, taking a sip of water. Where are the goddamn rose petals? I'm ready, man. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door behind me. As I walked down the hall to the grand lobby, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed to the nines as proper servants.
Whoa! They really know how to dress well, don't they?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah. I was slightly taken aback on how great the boys looked in uniform. Each had the poise of a perfect gentleman. Even Sam. I just love that Sam's the butt of everyone's joke. 10 out of 10. I slowly began to climb down the steps with Suzu and Naomi behind me. The boys watched as I descended the staircase one at a time, like knights waiting for their princess. Okay. I felt my face slightly flush, but I quickly shook my head to try to regain my thoughts. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out to me and walked me down that final step, smiling. Okay, you see, guys, now... Taking another sip of my water bottle. This is why I'm going for James. Look at this boy. He's helping me down the step what a gentleman. He's just, been a gentleman consistently. And, over here, he's a bit too quiet. He's kind of a jackass. He needs to take a cold shower, and I don't know, man, feels like a 16-year-old. I need to back away from that, nah, man.
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
He knows the way to my heart. Thank you.
So, are you prepared for tonight?
Nah. To be honest, no. I didn't feel confident at all. Something about tonight frightened me. I couldn't tell if it was the fear of my dad or of the guests that Dad surely invited, but something about tonight's party left me beyond nervous. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right on cue, the doorbell rang. I gulped. I could practically feel my dad's aura from behind the door. Sam and Eric quickly rushed to the door and opened the double doors wide to reveal my parents, both dressed to their best. Click. Hey, Mom and Dad.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servant.
Didn't, Mom.
It was probably overlooked. Besides, who would deny good service?
Did they just buy that? Without question? That's ridiculous. I was completely shocked. Yeah. My parents didn't question the boys. They didn't ask for verification or anything. This is real. This is real talk, though. I looked to the boys and noticed Sam and Eric staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There was no way they'd be okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
Sure, Dad. The mother quickly rushed to me and gave me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. It had only been a couple days, but living away from the ones who raised me was hard. My mother soon let go and looked at my outfit.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
I looked to my dad, who was looking around the lobby like an inspector. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
Dad, it's a shame that you're a dick. The world around me stopped as my heart pounded hard in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me? On his own accord, my mother was grinning ear to ear at his words. I was beyond speechless. Thank you. I can't. I can't. Like, come on. Like, no, I can't. Ass, please. Do not call him daddy. He's father. He's dad. He's not daddy. Chill out. However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is
Knew
coming
it!
tonight.
Knew
Even the
it!
Vice Chairman's son
Knew
will be there.
it! Yeah!
All of them will be measuring your
Knew
potential.
it! We got it, ass. We knew this was happening. My potential.
To become CEO of the company.
Because that's definitely what I want to do. I knew it. Something was off about tonight, and now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. I looked to the incubi, but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Suzu raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. More water. I'm so thirsty. But, you guys can probably tell that because I'm playing this game. As if time zoomed forward, all of a sudden the main hall and the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and see my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and a handshake. Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
Terrible. Let's see, how about... Could be better.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Yeah, surely you're really upset about it, dude. Thank you.
Do you have college plans?
I'm working on it, man. It's kind of up in the air. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them, because they weren't about me, they were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
It's hard to say.
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
It's... Wait, okay, wait, eventually the questions stopped and I was back to being myself. That's okay, I'm gonna pause. That was an interesting game mechanic. I actually really appreciated that because, you know, in situations like that, it's like, you don't really have time to, like, go over your choices. Sometimes you just have to spit it out, you know? It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Ugh. He looks like a generic white boy.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Are they... Is he like an extra romance? Fuck him. Am I gonna... Here, sure. As I placed my hand in his, he raised it to his lips and kissed over my knuckles. I felt my face burn slightly at the gesture. Andrew smiled at me before releasing my hand.
I'm honored to be invited here.
My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew?
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Damn fucking right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Praise is very much deserved.
You're a suck-up. Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling. Oh, okay. But, like, that's cute. That's cute, okay.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
What? Huh? Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You've helped a lot with the success of the company without
How
having
old
to
are
actually
you?
work there.
Oh, wow, I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked to Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something, and whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out. I felt someone walk up beside me. It's Dad. Can we talk about Dad's pose for a second? Like, what? This is just so sassy. Like, this is just so, ugh. That outfit, it was so 5 nevers ago, like, geez. Okay. Andrew's now tense, though.
So, you're Jared's son.
Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well, that's where the fucking record would stop, and the room would go silent. Well, I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted this position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversation.
Nah, you're being a dick.
Nothing wrong with that.
Of course not, sir.
Ugh.
And polite as well. Interesting.
What? He's
If
such a
you'll
jerk.
excuse me.
Oh. Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. I don't really want to pursue him. I feel like maybe I'll get to interact more with the incubi and, like, friends if I stay put, so I'll stay put. I watched as he disappeared into the crowd towards the back of the house. I was worried, but I gave him his space. He obviously needed it.
Heh. He's not CEO material.
Neither are you.
That's because you practically interrogated the young man.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
I bit my tongue. I didn't want to make a scene with my dad. One wrong word, and he'd lecture me in front of everyone. That was not something I wanted at my housewarming party. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't read that. Huh? Whose limo is that?
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
Yes, Mom. My mother left my dad and me to slowly escort the guests out. My dad held his simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed the doors before he could speak. Eventually, only Suzu, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad looked at me in slight disappointment. I looked back at him in confusion. What did I do?
I overheard your conversation with our guests. You were stumbling as much as Lewis did.
But
I don't want to hear excuses. I expect that you'll work on your speaking skills while you remain living here.
Yes, sir. What a jerk! What? I'm sorry, just what a jackass. Like, fuck him.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Oh, right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Good friends. Right. See ya.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Will do. All 4 of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad, waving back to me. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase, exhausted. That was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
She handled herself the best she could.
As expected, princess.
What a suck-up.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Sam was such a little bitch.
Hush, Sam.
Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
What the fuck is going on? I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. I'm gonna put up the music. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So, okay. I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into— oh yeah, dream guy! Through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked. Alongside the incubi, James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Protect me, Daddy.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
This is some intense voice acting, like, damn. All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold pierced into mine, roughened up clothes, and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. So, that voice is coming out of this dude, like, are you sure? Am I gonna have to fight him? Ooh, if I gotta fight him, is it gonna be like that mechanic from, okay, so the mechanic that they used, in the part of the game where you're being interrogated by all the guests, and it's like time limit, like, I wonder if that's gonna be like something that, like, that's them introducing you to that, mechanic, and it's gonna be reused through the game. That would be really interesting. Damn, they got a girl too. I covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the banana. Dried blood covered the banana. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me, and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes. I don't really know if thugs wear, like, what he's wearing right now. He looks like an emo cowboy, TBH. Like, that, he just needs a hat. Like, it's okay, man.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. What? We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but okay, yeah, obviously he didn't die, but I don't know why. I thought I had just messed up the game or something, and, like, it was just gonna kill him. Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended up with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Luckily, for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
This place is protected.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
Yo! Get it! Wait, why? Did he— Oh, they probably put it there! Oh.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ah!
The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple of times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame that disappeared into the air. This is happening.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
What? Malix. Wait, Like my grandpa? Like, I doubt it. Like, nah. Malix was his name. His existence resonated in my memory. Fuck! This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protected barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Yo, good job, Gramps. I don't know why you did that, or how, but, okay. Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as he was crushing a stress ball. Oh, as if he I thought he— okay, ignore me.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. I'm gonna have to fight! Shit. Fuck off, get out of my house. Leave them alone. Get out of my house. Malix growled at me, walking right up to me and leaning close to my face. I glared back, feeling my courage skyrocket.
Since when does a little stain like you give orders to a guy who can rip your pretty little head from your body?
I want to spit on him. You really don't think, do you? If you kill me, you'd be hunted down by more than just the police.
You little...
Oh, it's one of these. All of a sudden, I felt a hand grip my hair and pull it back, forcing me to cry out and stare up at Malix. His eyes bored into mine as he cackled in my face.
Hey, let her go!
Sam!
Sam! Eric!
James! Damn! Within mere seconds, Sam had punched Malix square in the jaw, forcing him to let my hair go. As I fumbled back, Eric caught me in his arms, gently pulling me away from Malix and back into their group.
Come on, Sam.
That was a really feral noise.
Right here, let's go!
This is like really Dragon Ball Z, like, sounding voice acting right now. Like, really, like, rah!
Come on, asswipe!
Like, like, that too, like, great shit. However, before both could fight, the woman stepped forward and placed a firm grip on Malix's shoulder.
That's enough, Malix.
I like that voice.
What? Who do you think you're speaking to, woman?
The girl who's going to help you kill them. Just not now.
Not now?
I stared at the girl as the girl spoke down at Malix. She looked the same, just like pure evil. However, she seemed to be concerned for Malix, or for me.
There's 5 of them, and 2 of us. Even if we come back with the gang, they can have the place surrounded by human police.
Then we shoot everyone!
Who needs to chill?
Think! If we shoot everyone, we'll be hunted. And it'll be a matter of time before makeshift paladins come and try to exorcise us.
The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could sense that fire would glow from under their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
That was a great laugh. Holy shit. I don't know though, is that like a threat or a promise? Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
Doing laughs for voice acting is really hard, so I'm really respecting the shit out of this. With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah, why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
Fucking blood trail?
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
Gee, Matt, damn!
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix... was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
Well, what's the difference? A devil? There's a difference? See, me and Ass are on the same wavelength.
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the Abyssal Planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know. It's hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
Okay.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
This was all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I happened to land right in the middle of it. What do we do?
You're safe. you've been protected as well.
Sure. What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
What?
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
Oh. I couldn't believe my ears. It was the third day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now.
Do it, Sammy.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
But what about going outside? Won't he...
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Sorta. Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that most... Oh my god, I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Malix. Still, I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night, feeling nervous despite the words of the incubi. I felt like a target to something I'd never be able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this all even happen? Should I really meddle with the situation? They're only staying until after they defeat Malix. That's right. They said they'd only stay until after they defeated Malix. After that, my life could go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. Question was then, would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house, all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life... Where was my life going, anyway? I was under pressure from my parents, with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with it tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had planned for me, I would be ready for it. And so, yeah. Yeah, guys, that is episode 5 of this little series I'm doing of the game Seduce Me. Please get it on Steam, please play it, and, buy the second one, because I just found out that's a thing. So that's coming next. Yeah, so, guess this is goodbye. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want, share if you want, do what you want, but I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye!